Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon, and it's where a bunch of my crafty peeps and I get together and we scraplift an amazing layout from an amazing creator. And today we are scraplifting Tammy, and she's on the design team for Scrap the Boys, and you saw her layout at the top of the video, and she also had a photo that she drew inspiration from that was washi tapes, and they were pretty colorful for that layout. And I pulled in my Paige Evans Blooming Wild collection that I got in a creative scrapbook kit. This is a very bright and colorful layout or collection, and not usually, like I said all the time, not usually my go-to. So it's fun to have this collection in my stash because then I get these really amazing, bright, beautiful, colorful layouts. And so I decided to use, and you saw that I don't have that much left, so that's kind of exciting. But I decided to use this purple plaid as my background, and it kind of matched the photo that I'm scraplifting. And I didn't have many of the full 12 by 12 papers left, and I wanted to figure out how kind of a more neutral of them so that I could then add all these colorful elements to the layout. And that's where I sometimes have a hard time with the colorful layouts, is how neutral does a background have to be to make sure that everything doesn't clash. And so I had was going to put this floral scrap that I had as a photo mat, and then I decided, no, I need to first mat the photo in white to then kind of add a resting spot between that and the floral mat. And then it's funny because then I have the white that's next to the photo and then the floral, and then I put it on the background. I'm like, it kind of blends in too much. So then I add a blue plaid to try to differentiate it from the background, and in the end I'll also add another white photo mat. So I just kept adding photo mats until I felt like it wasn't too busy and taking away from the photo. And so in the end I have 4 photo mats. But I do like how this turned out a lot. And so in Tammy's layout, she had a bunch of strips of paper that, or it might have been washi, but kind of hung down from the top, and she had her photo in the bottom right corner. And so I wanted to put my photo in the bottom right corner that she had, and then I was trying to think about how I was going to do the strips of paper across the top. And it's funny because I will pick to do flags, and I don't like doing flags or banners. And that's apparently what I saw with this layout. So I thought that's kind of funny. But here I'm still adding my photo mats. It's like 15 minutes of me keep backing my photos here. And it's funny, this photo is a photo of my best friend's daughter. And she is in a shirt that says "In My Big Sister Era," which is adorable. And it was kind of like her letting me know that she was pregnant again and I was going to be an auntie again. But it's a funny story because she doesn't live in the same town that I do. And so she texted me this picture of her daughter in this shirt. And you can see like she's on a bike. And so it's not as obvious to read her shirt, or maybe I'm making excuses, but she sent to me and I sent a heart emoji back and I said, "So cute," because they send me photos all the time. I enjoy being an auntie. And 2 days later I get, "So did you read her shirt?" I didn't read her shirt, and so I felt like a complete jackass because she's telling me she's pregnant again, and I didn't respond to it or be excited or anything. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't read her shirt." And so it's just funny. I felt awful, but I'm excited. I'm going to be an auntie. And of course she's just adorable. So I have to scrapbook this photo. And so I pulled in this sheet from the collection, and it had all these strips of different colorful some have patterns on them, but it's in a rainbow order. And so I'm going to use this kind of as the flags that are going to hang down to mimic Tammy's layout. And hers, she kind of had it sectioned off, and so they didn't reach all the way across the layout, but mine will go across the layout. And so I'm just cutting each of them individually from that paper, and then I will go through and add a fishtail to each of them. And I kept going back and forth. I thought about inking the edges of all of these because I was worried again that it would kind of blend in too much into the background, but these were bright enough that it didn't disappear into the plaid background that I had chose. And I just, like I said, find it funny because I don't do well with banners. I don't know how to get them the way that I want, and I was constantly moving pieces around, and this has so many of them, and they're different widths and different patterns, and I was like, oh, it's gonna spend like 20 hours trying to figure out how I want to get these banners across the layout. So I thought, well, let me just make it like a banner. And so I will, in a minute, you'll see I'll pull in a string, and I will glue each of these little fishtail banners to the string so that I can move it kind of as one entity, because if I sit here and try to line all these up and move them around, already knowing that I have a difficult time with banners, I would probably spend 5 years doing it. So after I got all of my little fishtails cut, I was like, okay, no, I need to get this to be one movable piece. And so I just pulled in a piece of string, and you won't see the string on the layout, so it didn't really matter which string I used. Oh, I guess first I decide to get a title, and I pulled in those 3 different kind of thickers packs that I have, and they're just sitting in my How to Kill a Kit with Style that I have right next to my desk, and I end up choosing from the fancy collection of the thickers this glittery one that says So Happy. And I wanted to add some glitz and shine to the layout because, I mean, she's in her big sister era, so we need some glitter and shine. And so I liked this thickers set, and I liked that it said So Happy. And I'm going to put that at the bottom of the photo, which is where Tammy had her title in her layout. And so that's how I decide to pick the layout. And while I'm getting that all kind of situated, make sure that you guys go and check out Tammy's social medias and give her some love, likes, shares, all the good stuff. She does amazing things for herself and for when she does layouts for Scrap the Boys. And also make sure that you check out everyone that is part of Scraplift Crafternoon to see how they scraplifted Tammy's layout. And there will be a playlist, so you can click on that and watch everyone's videos, like and subscribe to them. And also, thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. But, all right, so now I'm working on my banner. I'm getting those kind of all situated. But since I'm going to spend a few minutes doing this, I just wanted to thank everyone for hanging out with me. I've kind of been in a little bit of a block lately. I had been in my room, and I kind of felt like the walls were caving in on me. So I went through and started just purging my craft room and reorganizing. And of course that takes every bit of my free time, but I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and I couldn't find things, and I couldn't get inspiration. And so I've been a little spotty lately, but I feel like I got my room organized and cleaned. I got rid of things that I just don't use, and I'm feeling a little bit refreshed. And so I think I will be more inspired to do more layouts. So I'm excited. I think I'm going to jump in and try the 30 days of sketches like usual. I'm always like, I can do 30 days, but I doubt that I will be able to get every single one of them done. But I think it's a good time a good timing for Christy's Beautiful Life's 30 Days sketches, just to get my juices going again and kind of over this little creative block that I've been having. But anyways, I got those all kind of glued on, and then I just used some glue and put it on top of the string to make sure that they all stuck together. And this is just going to help me so that I can move everything at once, and I don't have to try each piece has to be moved or figured out. And then even doing that, I was like, okay, should I do it diagonal? Should I have it hang down? Like, I really don't know why I have such a hard time when it comes to banners. Even when you get them in like the sticker sheets and stuff, I always don't know where to put them. But I will, in the end, decide to just put it straight across, still mimicking Tammy's layout. She had it just in a straight line. And I don't remember if she had fishtails on her banners or if they were just cut at a diagonal. Either way, it was beautiful. But yeah, so I decided, okay, straight across and stop messing with it. And then I'm going to start pulling in the ephemera from the Paige Evans Blooming Wild collection. And I knew I wanted to put florals around here. And the one that's in the vase, I was going to hide the vase under the photo, but I was like, why? We can have the vase just sitting here. And so I put the florals in the vase in the bottom left corner, and I did put those florals up in the top right of the photo, but they won't stay there. I will move that. I pulled in a little rainbow from the collection there. And I wanted to get some stuff kind of around the title. I felt like it was just kind of hanging out there. So at first I thought I was just going to put the leaves, but I will end up putting a little flower there and then have the leaves behind it. And I liked that these were like purpley leaves because it pulls into the collection. Like, I mean, her shirt's purple and she has her jeans on, and then I have this purple plaid background. So I like that it wasn't green, the traditional green leaves. And then I pulled in a flower that matched each of the colors for the banner and just kind of put them up at the top just to add something to that banner so it wasn't hanging out just in the middle of the layout. And I pulled in this little Polaroid, and I will cut a section off because I wanted to put it behind the photo, and the photo is glued down so it wouldn't go further. And so I will cut a little section, and then I'll just use the section over here on the left side of the photo just to add some more. And it's got some shimmery polka dots to it. And I pulled in this sign, Celebrate, and I will pop that up on foam. But because this is a celebration, it was her pregnancy announcement that I missed. And so I liked that was there, and it just pulls in all those colors. And I popped all of those florals that I put at the top with the flag. I popped all those up on foam just to give them some dimension. And I will kind of bend up the flags so that they're not laying flat against the layout. And I really liked that all of the florals were color coordinated to the flags of the banner. I thought that came out really cute. And again, like I said, just to add some color up there is really all that I was going for. And I will pull in some of the glitter glue in a minute and put it in the centers of the floral to add that shimmer to each of the centers of them. Again, I wanted to add some glitz and glam to this layout. And the collection has some silver hearts that I will pull in. And so it just all kind of worked together, having the silver words and the glitter and everything for the layout to pull it all together. But I'm almost finished. You saw I had a bird that I kept trying to get in the layout. I couldn't figure out where to put it. I thought it was cute and I wanted to get him in there, but he never made it. I moved him around the layout 100 times, but he just didn't make it. And there's those hearts, and they are from the chipboard elements of the collection there. Oh, see, there's that bird, and I'm really trying. I'm like, oh, he'd be cute up on sitting on this flower with the banner, but nope, I move him off again. I had him on top of the photo for a little while. I tried him down by the title, but I didn't like it. And then the larger pieces of the banners I thought were kind of boring, so I just put a flower sticker on each of the larger banners because all the smaller ones had some design in them, but the larger ones didn't. And I think because it was such a short piece, I thought it kind of looked fun, like empty. So I just pulled in some of the stickers that matched the colors and put them on the banners just to add something to that. And lastly, I will use my Nuvo crystal drops in the Simply White and just add a couple around the floral clusters at the bottom. But that is gonna be the layout, guys. Again, thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. Make sure that you check out all of the links below to all of my crafty peeps and visit their YouTubes and like and subscribe to them. Make sure you visit Tammy, like and subscribe to her, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.